Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Welcome to my channel, whether you're new or you're coming back. Today we're going to do a Divine Masculine check-in. We'll see what's going on with their energy, how they are viewing the connection, the messages they have for Divine Feminines. Actually, we'll take a look what's going on with their energy, what's going on in their karmic life, and then we'll get messages from DMs to DFs. All right, let's get started. And as always, we're starting with an oracle deck, and it's going to be Alice the Wonderland today. As many of you know, I'm about to leave for Hawaii, and I won't be bringing all of my decks with me. So I'm trying to utilize those decks that I won't be bringing, so that you don't get too sick of those that I have. And you can always check out my Amazon wishlist and get me some new ones, of course. I'll need to change my address now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, I will do that as soon as possible so that I can actually not just for the wish list, of course, but generally speaking. You know, when you're ordering something on Amazon, a lot of times you just quickly kind of like scanning through your options and like this, order, check out, and there you go. Okay, anyways, let's see what we have for Divine Masculines here. Keeping up, immense effort, advance. Let me just get a book. I haven't gotten this card in this deck yet, so let's see. Plus, we'll remind ourselves something from Alice in Wonderland. Well, in our country, said Alice, still panting a little, you generally get to somewhere else if you ran very fast for a long time, as we've been doing. A slow sort of country, said the Queen. Now, here, you see, it takes all the running you can do to keep up in the same place. If you want to get somewhere else, you must run at least twice as fast as that. The lessons of your life are taking place at a fast rate. That's what we like hearing on a twin flame journey, especially for DMs, because generally they're less aware, and you know their path is not as like straightforward progress, and it's kind of like more of a zigzag road. It seems you're only just keeping up with all the changes coming to you. You must work very hard to make any discernible progress for now. You have been trying and trying to get ahead, and yet you always seem to be in the very same place. This could be in almost any aspect of life, your finances, relationships, career, or success. At this point in time, the answer is to work even harder. You will not have to do this much work with this much effort, perhaps ever again. But the only way out of your current situation is to accelerate, get intense, and push for the breakthrough that is just ahead of you. You will need to devote more time than you would wish, and sacrifices will need to be made. However, if you do this, you will push through the resistance and explode into the next stage of your life. Put all your effort into surging ahead, and watch as you begin to move in the tiniest of ways ahead of where you have been. Once you take that lead, stay focused on where you are going, and you will begin to leave the place you find yourself in now. When you push through, others will recognize the incredible dedication you have to your own life. This will inspire them to push forward with their own dreams too. One thing is for sure, the intensity of your approach brooks no resistance. Your movement and energy will drive away all stagnation. Now go. The divination message: a time of very hard work, getting ahead, determination and resolve to push through into the next stage, moving quickly with strength and stamina, a great deal to process and integrate. Yes, and that's what comes next, right? The energy changes, we're shifting, we're ascending, and then we need to integrate that new information, that new energy wavelengths. So that's still ahead for the masculines. This is kind of a 40, so it comes to 4, which is 1111. So that means, and it has this clock that is telling me that they are exactly on time. They're exactly on track with where they're supposed to be. Even though maybe divine masculines watching, you don't necessarily understand what that spot means or why you're there. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. And yes, that should be a comforting thought. Okay, let's see what's going on with the energetic space of divine masculines watching, or if we're doing it for cross-check, for cross-checkers. For divine feminines, cross-viewing. 2 of Cups, look at that. Lovely. Can you clarify, please? Wow, 3 cards. Okay, I'll take them. Clarification. 6 of Coins, the Hangman, and Page of Coins. Okay, we're going to talk about it in a moment. What's going on in the karmic life? The Star and the Temperance. They're kind of on the side. They're not really in reverse, but we'll take a look. 2 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so it's a new day and new choices are being presented. Options where divine masculines need to make difficult choices. Whew. Yes. So major. I want to check the Hangman. So you know my obsession with the movie tarot deck, which is this deck that I'm using right now. That the major arcanas have this interesting excerpts from the movies that they're in. And I don't think I've gotten the Hangman card in this deck, so I want to read it. This is Bjork as Selma Yashkova in Dancer in the Dark. Life lesson. Let go. Trying to accelerate the long and incorrect path may be a fruitless distraction. That's interesting, actually. But this is about the 2 of Cups, and it's about the energetic space. You see how interesting it is. In the energetic space, it's important to stay in this sort of suspension space. It's important to observe, to savor, to integrate. In the 3D space, divine masculines are asked to move. Selma Yashkova describing her way of pretending that movie musicals never have to end. I would leave just after the next to last song, and the film would just go on forever. Yeah, it's also an interesting thought, right? Like if you don't sit long enough for something to end, it almost feels like in your head that it just keeps going. So what I'm getting here is, and these are all connected with the 2 of Cups. So this is the twin flame love, the spiritual love. So divine masculines are asked to pay attention to what this love feels like. And what is it, like taking it forward, because we have Pentacles here, and Pentacles are about the material realm, right? How does it materialize then? This energy, this drive, this passion, you know, when the heart is kind of trying to jump out of your chest. How is it helping you share of yourself more and reciprocate? And how is it helping you find new ways to apply yourself in life? It's a very interesting concept, right? It seems very much 5D at first, but then the interesting part is that divine masculines are considering how those feelings, and they can, even if they can't explain it in words, they understand, they can already check in their body what they're feeling. And they are now seeing how that impacts their actual life in 3D, what they do, what they believe, you know, what they want to do next after that. Okay, and now with the Temperance and the Star, this is the 3D space. So there isn't much movement here. Again, this is, I mean, it was kind of on the side, and maybe that's where divine masculines are being pushed towards keeping up, towards, you know, like running just to keep up. Yeah, I kind of feel like DMs have been in this dreamy energy a little bit too long. So it feels like for those people who are around, who like would observe it from the distance, it seems like either the person is really unsure of themselves and their next steps, or they're hiding something. Because it cannot be that kind of stagnation for that much of time, or without much conversation about why is this happening and what's happening next, right? It's kind of that situation where, and it's not necessarily just their personal choice, maybe that's the circumstances of life. I mean, we did just have all those holidays that kind of enabled us to be more lazy and slow and do more of this dreaming and balancing out the energies, right? But from the distance, it's still a bit much. So it's like, why would the person be there? Oh yes, and I started saying they may not, it may not necessarily be that they got themselves into it, there may be circumstances of life. But also they didn't do anything about it. It was a complete surrender to what is coming in, to what they're asked to do, maybe by karmic partners or friends and family. Maybe just, well, you know, could be a karmic situation. Some sort of situation that kind of paused them, stopped their movement forward. And that was for a reason. But now they're being asked to kind of turn that around and start going. That's why that is like falling to the side, like those energies are falling off, allowing for divine masculines to accelerate. They've been gathering energy, they've been doing the energetic research, I'm hearing. So it seemed like they weren't doing anything on the surface, but internally there was a big inner work going on. And now it's time to integrate and apply. Okay, let's get some messages from divine masculines to divine feminines watching. Not sure if I'll be bringing this deck with me. We'll see. I actually like it, but I'm not sure. Okay, anything else from our dear divine masculines? Okay, that's quite a lot, but I'll take it. Ah, I love you. That was the main card. There's only one card like that here, and there are not a lot of the lovey-dovey cards. For those who don't know this deck, it's not a lovey-dovey deck. It's a true karmic deck, the inner work deck. I know that we are deeply connected. I need to love me first, then I can love you. Finances are a factor. Please don't give up on me. Yes. Beautiful. I hope this has been good for you guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to check out, if you haven't seen yet, my webinar on North Node and where it is and what does your placement mean. And I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye, everyone.